Welcome to Intuitive Wisdom Tarot. My name is Jen. I'm going to pull some cards for the collective today. Now, this is a timeless collective reading, meaning whenever you find this, it's for you. We're going to go ahead and jump in. I'm going to move these cards just to the side. If this reading resonates, hit like, subscribe, and drop your element or sign in the comments. It helps the channel, which I so appreciate, and it helps me know whose energy I am reading with. We're going to start with a Wisdom of the Oracle message. Let's see what we are getting for you. All right, first card out, Orphaned. Card number 5. This is a card of isolation. We see this young female here, whether you're masculine or feminine, sitting in a nest, kind of up on almost like a pedestal, but isolated. So she's in a very sad gesture, almost like, why me? And maybe some of you are asking that out there, why me? Again, not really having a place of your own. Some of you may have maybe some empty nester syndrome going on. Some of you might have some older children that have moved out, and you're feeling that. Maybe you are that older child that has just moved out and you feel isolated, not quite knowing where you fit at the moment. All right, we're going to jump into the essential meanings. A sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. The oracle message is, we were all meant to have connections with other people within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island. And it's important to recognize when being a part of rather than separate from is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core thoughts and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before and need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. So, a message that came through as I was reading is there are some of you out there that in a job, in a career, in a community where you work, and you've lost your sense of connection. You've lost, whether you've outgrown it or it is something that no longer aligns with your truth because you have been on a quest of rebirth. But it's time to, again, take a look at yourself and see where you fit. Protection message. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you've formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns of consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. Some of you may be dealing with a breakup, and you're not quite sure where you want to go or start. And this is a time for healing. Okay, that's a big message coming through. If that's the case, let yourself heal. All right, we're going to jump into tarot. Let's see what we are getting for the collective. Here we go. Okay, first card, Three of Pentacles. This is your energy walking into this read. We have Page of Cups. This is what you're manifesting. This is what you're calling in. We have the Four of Pentacles. This is what's going to help you to call in what you're manifesting. And our Six of Swords is advice from Spirit. All right, so again, there is some energy around you needing to find a community that you fit in, because you're working on something, and that's important. For those of you who may have had a breakup, there is love on the way, or could be love on the way. So let's go ahead and jump in. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. This is what's hidden. This is what's underneath it all. And so this is an energy of family, of marriage, of feeling that you've achieved, you've kind of crossed this finish line. So it's very harmonious. Four is a foundation. So there's a foundational energy when it comes to family, when it comes to marriage, relationships. So if you are one, when I was picking up, if you're an empty nester, and this is kind of feeling sad, you have built a really good foundation. So there's a foundation where, again, when we have our older children getting ready to leave the nest, it can really hurt our hearts, play on our hearts. But there is a good foundation here. And if it's not, this is a message to say it is time to build that. This is also a manifestation card. When we take a look at these Four Wands, they're in the place of kind of like an 11-11. So you're manifesting a good foundation. You're manifesting, for those of you who are and have been in a breakup, you are underneath it all really wanting to find somebody that you can build a foundation with. And so that's kind of the underlying energy as of now. All right, the Three of Pentacles is what you are walking in with during this read. This is your energy. This is an energy of collaboration, of creativity, of expansion. So those of you who are really looking at your career sense, this is a pentacle. So it could deal with career, job, money, finances, family, abundance. You are building something pretty sturdy, okay? You are in the process of also collaborating. There is a masterpiece that you are creating, whether that's a business, whether that's a family unit, whether that is maybe investing, architecture, that's coming up in my mind, art. Okay, maybe you are a creative out there and you are creating. But the energy here is saying, trust in your own energy, trust in your own skills, your own talents, because it is each of these people here that is going to be creating the masterpiece. It can't be created on its own. So there's an energy of shine with your talents. What is it? Are you the collaborator? Are you the leader? Are you the one that's really getting the show on the road? Are you the one who actually is using your hands to craft and create that? Are you the one that is the model, that is the essence of what needs to be created? So again, it's asking you as you're entering this read. And really with this orphaned, it's saying that you are really thinking about, where do you fit? Where do you fit with your skills? Where do you fit with you being able to give and create? And so finding your group, finding your project, finding the business or the community where you can best fit in. Now, this is what you are manifesting. This is what you're calling in. It is the Page of Cups. Now, if we're talking about the energy, you are calling in fresh, new, creative sparks. You are calling in some young, and I say young because we have a page. She's the youngest of the court cards. Some young, maybe inspiration, maybe someone to be your inspiration. If this is a person coming through, it could be a person that's younger than you, or maybe you are pulling in that community where you can really work to help shape. I'm getting shape youth. You could be a social worker, or you could be working with I don't know, Parks and Rec, but you are calling in some brand new, fresh, creative, sparking energy and inspiration. And this is also a messenger card. So there's a message coming through saying that if you align your vision, you align your energy, I'm always talking about vibes, like vibe it, put it out there. The universe will respond to that, and the universe will give you the person. If you're calling in the person, the community, okay, we have with that community card, or even just the messages. If you're looking for signs and synchronicities on what is my next step, put it out there. If you are wanting to know, is this the business that I need to become a part of? Send it out there. Send your vision out there. If it is meant to be, your signs and synchronicities will come back, and those are the things that you need to make sure that you are following. Now, there is also, again, a message here saying you are the one that needs to embody this energy, this fresh, new, innovative thought. And that is what you're manifesting, because whatever you are creating, or your talents, is you want to be the up and rising. So there is fresh, new inspiration that you're calling in, so that you can, again, make your mark. Build something that is aligned with the next generation. Now, what's going to help you get there is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this could very well be, there is a level of you needing to have a financial base. Four is, again, a number of foundation. There are two messages here. So one is really those of you who have your financial base. You said, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to create. I've talked to investors, or I've saved what I need to save. You have your foundation. There is a comfort that you can do. Spirit is asking you to open up, okay? Because Spirit wants to come in and give some other things. So it could very well be, I'm letting now my heart, so I have what I need, and I'm letting my heart lead the way. If you have this in front of your heart can't lead the way. In fact, you are holding on too tightly for whatever reason, but Spirit is really saying, open up. You have built your foundation. Now, for those of you who have not, it's important for you to think about building it. If you are one that is, let's say, asking the question, do I quit my job to start this? Spirit is saying, make sure you build your comfort first. Plan it out, okay? This is an earth card, so earth energy. We think about our earth signs. They're very practical, very routined, and those are some things that you need to put in place first. So get your plan, your steps. What is it? So don't just go off and take the risk of quitting your job when you should very well maybe hold on to it, but really plan it out and think, structure, organize. So I'm getting a calendar. If you're one that uses a digital calendar, calendar it out. If you're one that is like me, I have to write it out. I highlight and I have to check off things. Spirit's really coming in saying that is what you need to start doing. Start planning that so that you can gain, because what you're building is something that's going to stand the test of time. Okay, it's not just instant. I'm going to go through. We have the Three of Pentacles here, which is again you putting in your craftsmanship, you really building something that like has your legacy. So you want to make sure that you're planning it out. So do that. And really think about what works. Maybe you are reaching out to a financial advisor because you do have some money, you have this foundation, but you don't know what yet you like how you use it. And so you want to make sure you're doing the same thing. But again, a big message with this is during this process, Spirit is really saying open up. Okay. One, also don't isolate. When you come to that orphaned card, don't isolate. Collaborate with people, ask questions, find a mentor so that they can help you along this way. Now, advice is you are moving off of some turbulence. So there is some level of anxiety that you might have, like, oh man, is this the right choice? Is this what I really want to invest in? What if it just gives me back this turbulence? It gives me back these struggles. Okay, and that's where you've been. Some of you have been in that space of I just struggle. Spirit is advising you to get on the boat, take what you need, okay? Cut out some of that other stuff and seek harmony. Now, ask yourself, is this something that I can do for the long haul? If your answer coming from your own intuition is no, I'm going to get bored, then it might be you need to take a look at other options, not scrapping it all together, but saying, what is it that you want? Because if you're putting in so much time and effort and then you are coming back with, oh, well, I don't even want to do this in a few months, you're going to get bored, and it's going to be, again, this mental challenge of, oh my goodness, I made the wrong choice. So Spirit is saying, move past where you've been. Okay, let go of the past. Take the lessons that you have, but get started. And not only think about your mindset towards it, but think about your heart set too. We have our Page of Cups here, who is, again, this is that inspiration. You're calling it in. Move to a space where you can have that, okay? Go find the community that you best fit in. With that Orphan card, again, you're seeking out that community where you can show your talents and your best light. Okay, but again, remember, you're building something that's going to be stable. So make sure when you do, take what you need and leave the baggage behind. All right, we're going to end with an inspiration card. Let's see what your message is for the closing of our read. And we are getting for you, engage in spirit. When you feel peaceful within, you begin to attract more of the peace you desire. Why? Because you're functioning from a spiritual place of peace. When you engage spirit, you regain the power of your ultimate source. Excellent. Remember to engage spirit. Get out there in nature. Start visioning. Really tap into your inner peace. Meditate, pray, get quiet. Because again, Spirit is really saying, when you are in this place of peace, you are drawing and attracting more of that which you desire. Beautiful. All right, collective, that's what I have for you today. If this reading resonates, please like, subscribe, send me a comment. I'm really curious as to what's going on. Also, I can send out some really feel-good vibes for you to find your community, to heal your heart if that's what you need, and just some peaceful vibes along the way. All right. Until we meet again, with much love and appreciation, be well. Bye-bye.